Often we find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of emotions like love and care. But unfortunately, we are not always comfortable with this complicated dance of feelings. This mixture can create confusion, leading us to question why some people might harbor hostility towards us. To resolve this dilemma, we turn to the valuable teachings of Buddhism, a spiritual tradition that provides insight into feelings, emotions, and human relationships. In this video, we will embark on a journey to understand the three main reasons why people might develop hatred towards us, according to Buddhist teachings. Buddhism, with its wealth of wisdom and deep knowledge, serves as an excellent guide to uncover the reasons behind the negativity that clouds our human relationships, exploring the spiritual lessons of Buddhism. Our goal is not only to explain why some people might dislike our presence, but also to provide the tools necessary to create a more peaceful and caring life. This journey will open our eyes and change our lives as we examine the core ideas of Buddhism and how they help us understand why some people might not like us. Ignorance is the first reason why people might develop hatred towards us. According to Buddhism, ignorance is not simply a lack of education, but pertains to our misunderstanding of the nature of reality, the self, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Ignorance is considered the primary cause of suffering, so it is crucial to understand how it affects our interactions and relationships. In Buddhism, the concept of self is closely examined, teaching us that our perception of a separate and unchanging self is an illusion. This illusion of the self is often fertile ground for misunderstandings, conflicts, and ultimately, hatred. When we believe in the solidity of our identity and act accordingly, we tend to ignore the perspectives, feelings, and experiences of others, creating a divide between ourselves and others, fostering a sense of entitlement, ego, and self-centeredness. The antidote to this ignorance, according to Buddhism, is to recognize the interdependence of all things and the fluid nature of the self. By understanding that the self is not a static entity, but a process of constant change and interconnectedness, we can begin to break down the barriers that isolate us from others. Ignorance hinders the development of empathy, limiting our ability to see the world through others' eyes. In Buddhism, empathy is cultivated through mindfulness and the practice of loving kindness. Mindfulness allows us to become aware of our thoughts and emotions, while loving kindness encourages us to develop compassion for all beings, overcoming ignorance and embracing the interconnectedness of all things. The second reason why people might develop hatred towards us, according to Buddhist philosophy, is attachment. Attachment is the desire and fixation on external objects or outcomes, often driven by desires and cravings. It can manifest in various forms, such as attachment to material possessions, social status, or specific individuals. Attachment to interests is closely related to the self-centeredness that arises from ignorance. When we are attached to certain desires and outcomes, we are primarily concerned with our own well-being and happiness, neglecting the needs and feelings of others, which causes friction in our relationships. Buddhism teaches that attachment is a source of negative emotion, stemming from various sources, including fear, anger, and intolerance. Aversion is another emotion that can lead to hatred, according to Buddhism. Aversion often leads to judgment and criticism. When we harbor aversion towards others, we are inclined to view things through a negative and critical lens, making people feel unappreciated, misunderstood, and undervalued. Buddhism teaches the importance of non-judgment and acceptance. By practicing non-judgment, we are better able to appreciate the uniqueness of each individual and understand that their actions and behaviors are influenced by their own life experiences. Here are 3 teachings you should always keep in mind. Self-awareness and understanding. The importance of self-awareness and understanding in dealing with complex human relationships. By recognizing and addressing factors like ignorance, attachment, and aversion, we lay the groundwork for personal growth and improved connections with others. Mindfulness and compassion as tools for transformation. Buddhism teaches that mindfulness and compassion are powerful tools for transforming negative emotions, creating a foundation for more harmonious relationships. These practices contribute to a more compassionate and interconnected world. Inspiring positive change. Buddhist wisdom highlights that by embodying love and wisdom, individuals have the capacity to inspire positive change in others' hearts. By promoting self-awareness, empathy, and kindness, we can contribute to a more harmonious and interconnected world for all. What do you think of these teachings? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey that embraces simplicity and finds the true essence of life. I wish you to live in peace forever, and I always look forward to seeing you here on the channel, The Secret of Samadhi. See you soon.